5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brown Boy Wonder.
In space.
Set controls to outer space now, flying higher than ever before. Brown Boy Wonder.
In space.
In podcasts.
Let's rock it. Let's rock it.
Welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. We are back rewatching Power Rangers in Space. We're going to cover episodes 31 to 35. But before we get into that, let me introduce my guests. Guests with the plural here. Let me introduce the first one is the Magenta Ranger, Anthony. Anthony, how are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing fine. For this episode, you could call me Anthony Perkins because I'm feeling a little psycho, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you mean. My second guest here, you should know her because she is a Zane expert or a Zaner. It's Ray. Ray, how you doing?
I'm good.
You know, we come from a lineage of Power Rangers, as Carlos said to us in that one episode. So, Ray, what is your color?
I'm purple.
Oh, like Corone.
Yeah.
All right. Problem
That's
solved.
There
It's
we go.
really easy.
Pretty good. All right, let's get into it. Episode 31. Oh yeah, before we get into that, are you guys feeling a little crazy? Little psycho?
I mean, I already said that. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Ray?
Always.
Oh.
A little Christian Bale, if you will.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, episode 31. Rangers gone psycho. This episode starts off with the Power Rangers fighting the allergy owl. I forgot the name. The Sizal owl.
It's an owl. Yeah. I mean, but it doesn't really matter because this owl, I guess this is just like footage they had that they didn't know what to do with. So they just fight an owl and kill it in the first minute of the show.
Yeah, usually these fights are like at the end, but like they just put it right in the beginning. So, and he's dead.
That's it. Strong start.
But
Should never left the 100-acre wood.
oh, I agree. But imagine a grown man running at you with a owl costume. What would you do?
Scream.
I mean, I'd be a little terrified in real life, yeah, for sure. But clearly, he's not much of a threat. So ultimately, there's nothing to fear.
Absolutely not. He's gone, and we went to the intro, and we come back from the intro. We see Andros looking at his locket and remembering the convo he had with Corone, with his sister, heading to Utopia, getting those flashbacks. Ashley walks by and sees Andros, and she told him that we all should take a break. So they all decided to go to the surf spot and get some grub.
Yeah, the surf spot still exists. That was kind of
yeah.
nice to see.
Oh my god, dude, those burgers and fries? Yum.
They dig into those burgers.
They were very hungry. I mean, imagine they were in space for the longest time and they come back to Earth, have some real food.
Oh yeah, they'd even say that, right? They're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
the food like this is better than like whatever's on the ship. So yeah, it's confirmed better than space food.
The Power Rangers got an alert, but the alert came from Mandy's device. Mandy is back from Power Rangers Turbo. Are you guys glad to see her?
I didn't know she had a name. I didn't know
Yeah,
she was a returning character. I mean, I know Power Rangers Turbo. I've seen Power Rangers Turbo, but I'm not familiar with the Mandy character. Wow.
Yeah, it's Mandy. She's a little kid. I guess she just lives at the surf spot.
Wow.
She
All right.
lives there.
Yeah, so you see Mandy has some device and Ashley asks, "What the hell is that?" Mandy says it's my new Copernicus 2000. Keeps addresses, messages, anything you could want. Kind of like a second brain. Ooh doo 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 doo.
It's a calculator.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I feel like our generation and the generation before us grew up with the internet, right? And there's like always some new cell phone, like the Nokia or BlackBerry.
Sure. every device did its own thing. Like
Yeah.
versus now, where like your phone does everything. You had a device for your music, you had a device for this
Yeah.
and that, and like your contacts and your planner, and yeah. So it's like it is from that time, the Copernicus, like whatever. Sure,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was just
Nowadays,
a
that's just the phone.
digital Rolex.
Yeah.
Rolodex.
Basically. I looked up this girl. You're not kidding. Yeah, she is listed in being in Power Rangers Turbo, episode 42.
Yeah.
She's just back, I guess. I don't
That's Mandy.
yeah, yeah,
The
she's got a
famous
name of her
character
friend.
Mandy!
The famous character Mandy. Yeah, I have. That is crazy that it just happens to be a returning actress. So it's like, all right, sure, there she
She's
is.
at conventions.
She's back.
She was at Power Morphicon.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention that. Power Morphicon happened this week. I wish it was here in Dallas, not in California.
Yeah, Power Morphicon is like the big Power Rangers convention, and I mean it's easier for Power Rangers actors because most of them live in like California still.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, they've got not every ranger, but like most rangers from most seasons are there at the convention, and you can meet them and get signatures, and there's cosplay and stuff. There was a convention here in Texas one year that
Oh,
Ray and I went to. There was a year because I guess again, this is a complete tangent, but I'll try to make it quick. Jason David Frank, he didn't go to Power Morphicon often or at
oh,
all. And like he went one year and then announced like I'm doing my own spin-off. We're working with Power Morphicon and we're gonna bring it out to the country and we're gonna call it Power Morphicon Express. So it'll be like a
mm,
smaller convention, but it'll have all the same Power Ranger stuff. And so they had that in Pasadena, Texas, which is down by like Houston, essentially.
yeah,
And we went there, and like we met a few Rangers, just the typical Mighty Morphin era type people with some other ones
yeah.
sprinkled here and there. And as far as I'm aware, I think that was the last Power Morphagon Express. I don't know if
Oh,
they ever did another one. So I
damn.
think
It was
that
also right before the pandemic, so.
was it
Mm,
2019? Yeah,
Yeah, because their whole gimmick was going to be, because like Power Morphicon, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be like every other year. So
yeah,
they're going
that's
to make
true.
it that you have the one in California and then an express elsewhere, but they only
Right,
did
a
it
smaller con
once.
every other year. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It was fun. I mean, we had a great time. Just people watching and just typical convention stuff. And yeah. Then the pandemic happened, and then unfortunately, JDF passed away. So it's like it kind
Yeah.
of felt like he was the spearhead for that, and then it sort of fell apart. So I don't know if they'll ever do another one, but I mean, if they ever do a Power Rangers convention in the DFW area, yeah, we definitely have to go at this point.
Everyone should go on X or Twitter and type hashtag Bring Back Express.
All right, there you go.
There we go. There was also Ashley. She was also at the con, and there was a Ecliptor guy, dressed up as a Ecliptor, and I don't want his costume.
That was a cool Ecliptor cosplay. I loved it.
I loved it. All right, let's get back into here. Mandy, woohoo! Uh, Carlos said Mandy's Copernicus beep kind of sound like our communication alert. Carlos and Cassie went off to get some drinks and overheard the news reporter on the TV that something is happening at Angel Grove. She said, "Oh, look, the Power Rangers are here." Wait a minute. How is this possible? If the Power Rangers are at the surf spot, then who are they? Ooh.
Cassie looks like she understands. She looks like she's looking at the TV like, who are these people? Carlos kind of looked like he was surprised that he was there on TV.
Yeah,
That was the
Yeah.
vibe that I got. He was like,
I did
how
too.
am I there? I'm here.
The news reporter walked to the Power Rangers and asked, "Yeah, what happened?" The Red Ranger looked up and down at the news reporter. I think he was checking her out, if you know what I mean. These Power Rangers pulled out their blasters and started blasting everyone. Yo, what the hell is going on?
They are shooting people. Their squares on their chest are black instead of all the colors.
Yeah,
Some crazy rangers. They've gone psycho, if you will.
I guess so. If it was in today's world, social media would have gone crazy.
Yeah, the Power Rangers would get canceled, and yeah, I would have to. That's the thing. The Power Rangers show up and fight these guys, and yeah, there's no need for an explanation, I guess. But yeah, nowadays you'd have to have a full on like conspiracy and whether or not that was the Power
Mhm.
Rangers. Totally.
Oh, there'll be a lot of podcasts on that. Uh, the real Power Rangers showed up and approached these wackos or psychos. They said, the fake Ranger said, no, who said that? Oh, so, excuse me. The real Power Ranger says, we are the Rangers. They're only here for one reason, and it's to destroy the real Power Rangers. Oh, I think the fake guy said that. So all the Power Rangers start to fight. And I love the transition here where the red fake ranger kicked Andros to the docking building, and it switches to the Sentai footage. I really like that.
Yeah, that's like a really good way to transition over to the Sentai footage. Is like have a ranger kick someone or like throw someone or whatever, have them launch into a new location, and all of a sudden we're in Japan. I
Love
think
it.
Ray and I had brought that up as well. It's a good point.
Uh, our Power Rangers are getting their asses beat by these imposters. Once everyone got into their respective team, the fake ranger said, "You are right. We are not the Power Rangers." Andros said, "Then who the F are you?" The fake ranger said, "Ha ha ha. You'll find out later." The fake rangers switched their outfits with lightning. The fake red ranger said, "We are the Psycho Rangers." The black Psycho Ranger said, "We are faster than you." The blue one said, "We are smarter than you." The yellow one said, "We are stronger than you." The pink one said, "Ray, you can say it."
I don't remember what you said.
She said, "But we're evil."
Oh, yeah, the full reveal of the Psycho Rangers. Probably the most like iconic sort of other team in Power
Yeah,
Rangers. We've had a couple of evil Rangers here and there, and people in outfits that look like Power Rangers, but the Psychos are here. I love these outfits. I think
yeah.
they look awesome.
Uh, for me, I feel like they look like motorcycles. You know, like how motorcycles look. It's kind of like that for their outfit.
Like a motorcycle, like the vehicle, not like a
Oh,
motorcycle helmet. Like,
No, like the exterior
like
of a motorcycle.
kind of like how like the fins on their heads look
Yeah,
like exhaust pipes.
oh, okay, right, okay, I can see what you mean now. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it looks cool. Selling a lot of toys there for sure.
Yeah, I've got some Psycho Ranger figures myself. I think they look neat. They're just like perfect evil versions of these Rangers, and like honestly, I think they just look like evil Rangers in general. Like if you pitted these against any other Power Rangers, they look like the evil versions of them. It's
Yeah.
pretty like evergreen and classic looking. It's good.
Mm. Well, we love it here, but wait, wait a second. They're psycho, so we should not like them.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Uh, all the Rangers are fighting. All those Psycho Rangers grab their respective good Power Rangers' heads and start to absorb their power. They're like kind of like Thanos with his jewels.
Jewels.
Is it
The
jewels?
Infinity Stones.
Yeah, Infinity Stones. Stones. So sorry. I thought I was like I was gonna say rings. I was like, is that rings? Stones. Stones. Yeah. So they're absorbing all their power. Zane. Zane is here, trying to help out, but the Psycho Rangers disappeared. Back to the astronomer ship. The Psycho Rangers are talking to our brainwash Corone, poor Corone, and Ecliptor. There's no brainwash.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Uh, Astronomer said, "You guys have their power and will know their every last move. Don't come back until you destroy them." That's a solid plan there. We see the Sako Rangers scanning the area in Japan, or I mean, Angel Grove, around the planet maybe for the Power Rangers. We see Andros and Ashley sitting around the plaza and asking themselves, "How can we beat these Rangers, these Psycho Rangers? They're basically like us." As soon they leave to the megaship, we see a guy behind them using the Copernicus 2000, and he made a beep sound. At first, I don't know about you guys, I thought that was Zane, but it was just some random guy with blonde hair.
No, that's fair.
Um, Yeah, I thought Zane like went to like Best Buy and got the Copernicus 2000. I think it costs like $100 at least or $50 to get
I
that
mean,
thing.
it's the 90s. It's got to be expensive.
Uh, well, the black and blue psychos heard the beep while they were scanning the whole world. They went up to the fake Zane. The black Psycho Ranger absorbed the fake this fake Zane, but he has no power, of course, because he's not a Power Ranger. He's just some dude. The yellow and pink psychos thought they spotted the Power Rangers, but it was Miss Doubtfire using her Copernicus 2000 in her car.
This
That
is a
little
popular
grandma.
machine. Everyone's got
It
this thing.
is. It's like the iPhone or the BlackBerry. But yeah, any thoughts on this grandma? She was terrified.
Thoughts on the grandma? I mean, it shows the limited sort of senses of the psychos, right? Like they can only go so far. They just think anybody's a Power Ranger if you just tell them that they are.
Yeah. Back to the megaship. The Power Rangers found out that the Psycho Rangers are trying to look for them, and of course they're attacking these random civilians. TJ alerted Zane, and we see Zane strolling around the mall, and I thought that was fake Zane, so I got my Zanes confused there.
Zane is walking around in the baggiest shirt alive.
Oh
It's
yeah,
this giant silver shirt, and I like it's of the time. I'll give him that, but yeah, it looks really goofy because it's just this. It's practically a poncho.
it is. I should have worn that silver shirt he wore for the date with Astronema.
I guess because it's
No.
blasted.
That's true.
It's blasted, and that's a nice date shirt. This is his casual shopping around shirt.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. But he's Zane. Zane can wherever he wants. I don't know.
So he wears the baggiest shirt.
All
All
right.
right, we're back to square one. All right.
As soon as Zane ended the call, the blue and black Psycho Rangers captured Zane. Back to the megaship, Andrew explained to the rest that the Copernicus 2000 sound is the reason why they're attacking random people. The Psycho Rangers thinks the beep is coming from the Power Rangers. The Power Rangers cannot use their morphers, but TJ mistakenly used it, of course, when he alerted Zane. Uh-oh. The Power Rangers head to the mall and found Zane's morpher. Back to the megaship. They are trying to find Zane through their computer, or Deca, I guess. And Ashley said that Zane is at the old library. Time to rescue Zane. When's the last time you guys went to the library? I haven't been there in a while.
Golly, that's a good question. Like an actual library or like a school library? Because it's
Like in the actual library.
actual library. It's been years. I used to go as a kid. You know, I had a library card. You know, having fun isn't hard and all that. But yeah, as since then, no, it's been a long time.
I think I was like at least 7. I don't think I returned my books.
Oh,
my
bro.
God. You stole them.
No, I just forgot to give them back.
So you stole them.
This was like in Irving, Texas. They don't remember. I guess I did.
Sure.
I guess so. I did. Well, we see Zane tied down on a chair in the basement. This basement looks dusty. Something you see from Goosebumps.
Yeah, this is like a library in quotes, but it's like a mansion or something. And yeah, it's got like a dusty old basement with cobwebs and nothing. So it's like an old abandoned library. It's like, how old is this library? What is this building?
At least from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Reader beware, you're in for a scare.
Ooh.
October is coming up.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like should be like a Halloween episode. These cycles are just going crazy.
The psychos are a little scary. You gotta admit.
I got scared. The Power Rangers runs to the gate of the old library, but they got hit by a force field. Cassie told TJ not to morph because the Psycho Rangers will hear them. Andros has a plan. We see the Psycho Rangers being alerted, and they're on their way to the Rangers. These Psycho Rangers were sprinting like cheetahs. Oh my god.
Yeah, we get a shot of them with their very fast legs, and yeah, it was an interesting of its time shot.
Jeez. Well, they're trying to head for the Mega Tank. Shout out to the Mega Tank. We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, did they use that thing like once back in like
Once.
earlier this season, and then that was it?
I think it was the episode where Lenny and Cassie were on a date.
Yeah, because they drove it into the building. Yeah.
No, that's been a while. Oh my god. Well, they're heading for the Mega Tank, and the Soccer Rangers blasted the Mega Tank, and it crashed. No one is in the Mega Tank, which means it was a distraction. Time to rocket. The Power Rangers broke the force field and headed to save Zane. Uh-oh. The Soccer Rangers arrived within 5 seconds. Andros was like, whoa, it's them. The Red Cycle said, what are you expecting, Santa Claus? These cycles are assholes.
They're very I mean, I guess they do a lot of teasing, a lot of taunting. Because
Yeah.
I mean, they're very powerful. We've seen it so far. They kick the Rangers' ass.
Yeah, multiple times. Absorbing their powers is not good. As the Power Rangers are fighting, we see Zane trying to escape. He picked up a vase shard and tries to untie himself. Back to the Rangers, our Power Rangers are still getting beat up. The Soccer Rangers are they did this amazing move here. They did the Kamehameha to the Power Rangers, and they wiped them out.
They won.
They won, yeah. Well, for 1 second, Zane finally unties himself. The Soccer Rangers are lining up the Power Rangers, but the Soccer Rangers dipped unexpectedly. We see the Power Rangers falling down in a dramatic fashion. Is this the end of the Power Rangers?
Probably not, but it could have been. I mean, it's very clear that they were almost dead if the Psychos didn't randomly disappear.
Yeah. Well, Zane found the Rangers in pain. Back to the Astronema ship, the Soccer Rangers were like, what the hell, Astronema? We're about to destroy them. Astronema's like, you'll finish them when I say so. Astronema busted out some Steve Weisers and said, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Oh, she didn't say that. I wish she did.
I would like to see Astronema up on the ropes while someone throws her beers and she catches it and smashes them in the air. Like I would like to see that.
Oh, hell yeah. Astronema Weisers, as they say.
Yeah.
It looked like Astronema owns these psychos at the moment. She told Ecliptor her plans that she would destroy the Power Rangers and Dark Spectre. There was only one room for an evil monarch, and that's me, sucker. And that's
she's
the end of the
too
episode.
evil now. Like
Yeah.
it's reached a point where all the brainwashing has made her so evil that she's just gonna wipe out anybody.
It's crazy because we thought we got Astronema back or Corone, as her good self, but since she was brainwashed, she's gone at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the episode. But I do have an interesting fact for this episode. This is one of the few times in Power Rangers history that the battle damage on the suits is seen.
Oh, cool.
There we go. All right, episode 32. Carlos on call. Oh, what does that mean? The episode starts off with the first spot. Carlos is playing a WWF arcade game. I think you can see Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Hacksaw Jim Duckett. I think
Yeah, I recognize Hogan and Warrior pretty easily. And then there's another guy with like long hair, which doesn't narrow it down at all. But
No.
yeah, the second this came up on screen, I was like, all right, well, Abrar's going to be discussing this.
That's why I said Stone Cold is in the last episode. No, yeah, it's all wrestling. Yeah, it's all wrestling theme here. A little girl walks by to Carlos and she stares at him. Oh, her mom walks by and gave her some coins for the arcade. It looks like the mom is Carlos's teacher. Carlos and Sylvie, the daughter, greets each other, and Carlos is showing her around and shows her how to play the arcade game. Like he's like, this is how a master plays the game. Carlos lost. Sylvie, he's not good. Sylvie takes a shot at it, and she is beating up everyone in the game. Carlos is like, all right, I'm just gonna leave. Carlos gets an alert and powered up in the photo booth. and
He's
dipped.
looking around because at first he's like trying to find a place to morph, and there's like everybody around. It's like the scene from Batman, the '66 movie where he's got the bomb.
Ah,
It was,
yeah.
it was like that.
There's no place to put a bomb.
Also, real quick, so the little girl's mom, she's like, "This is Carlos. He was one of
Mhm.
my best students." Did they graduate?
No.
Because we know we've seen the last of the school, right? Like that happened a while ago at this point.
Yeah,
So like, did they graduate high school? I have no idea.
I think they dropped out.
They all collectively dropped out.
The Power Rangers are dropouts. Oh no.
This was my best student, and now all he does is play arcade games and sucks ass at them.
She's like, oh no.
That's terrible. Well, yeah. So Carlos powered up in the photo booth and dipped, and all the Power Rangers, except Andros, were fighting this. I don't know what you call this monster. It's like a dinosaur robot.
Yeah. Yeah, like a radar
Cyborg.
dish head, right?
Yeah,
He
something
was
like that.
like a lizard with a satellite for a frill instead of skin flaps.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
right. Like a Dilophosaurus, man.
Yeah.
Well, this monster is crazy because he shot missiles from his mouth. We see Sylvie looking at the pictures from the photo booth, and it was Carlos morphing. And Sylvie's like, "Ooh,
Did you like these photos?
I love these photos. I wish I had these."
I would like this too. Yeah, there's the great image of the mid morph where
Yeah.
his like mouth is exposed. Looks great.
Back to the Power Rangers, Andros arrived and starts to blast this monster, and he got away. Back to the astronomer ship, we see her looking at the battle on DVR. I guess she was looking through her TV. The Psycho Rangers and Astronomer are not vibing as we thought. They're just arguing about the plan. We see Carlos checking his email, and he got an email that says, "I know who you are, Black Ranger. I have something you want. Meet me front center at noon." Uh-oh, this is not good. Someone knows the identity of the Black Ranger.
Yeah, yeah. This is we had recorded that one episode where Carlos himself called from space. You had talked about like this being a big Carlos episode. This was the other episode I was thinking of because when I think of Carlos, it's this episode in particular, and we'll get to why this episode is so special and memorable towards the end. But yeah, a lot of good
See.
Carlos stuff here.
No, I know what you mean because I know what you mean. He thinks the Psycho Rangers sent the email. Carlos goes to the front center, and Sylvie came by and asked him, "What you doing?" Carlos is like, "I'm just waiting for someone." Sylvie's like, waiting, dude. I'm here." Carlos is like, "Not you. I'm waiting for someone else in particular." Sylvie said, "You're kind of slow for a Power Ranger." Boom. Roasted.
I mean, he is.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah, that's true. Carlos was like, "Me as a Power Ranger? Come on. All right, go away. Bye. Thanks." Sylvie pulls out the pictures of him morphing, and this little girl got dirt on him. Blackmail time. Carlos bought Sylvie so many things. I think they were carrying like at least 7 bags of
There's a
stuff.
lot.
Yeah,
He's a high school dropout. He can't afford all this.
exactly. Well, how do you? I don't know.
I stole it.
Yeah, like me.
They went to the library.
Yeah. Sylvie gave Carlos a pager. Back to the megaship. The Power Rangers are giving Carlos advice on what to do with this little girl here. Carlos said, "I'm a Power Ranger, not a babysitter." Andros is like, "Hell yeah." Carlos is still concerned if she might tell everyone about his secret. Carlos pager starts to beep, and it says, "Meet me at the fun center." Fun center? I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's like a carnival, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. Well, we are at the fun center. Carlos and Sylvie are just hanging out, playing bumper cars, roller coasters, teacup rides. Seems a lot of fun here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a day like that. Is this where Is this where Carlos and Ashley went on that fake date earlier this season? They were on a
Maybe.
carousel, right?
Yeah. Maybe it was the same one.
Yeah, maybe.
Is it like a year-round carnival?
It's just a
I hope
local
so.
carnival, I guess. I don't know.
I hope so. Well, Carlos took Sylvie home, and Sylvie has one more request for Carlos. She wants a rock from the moon. Carlos yelled at Sylvie, and he's done with Sylvie.
He loses it. He gets so mad at her because at first she's like, I want a rock. And he's like, a rock? Okay, what kind of rock? And she's like, a special rock for the movies. He's like, that's it. You selfish little brat. And he's like yelling at her and screaming at her. And it's like, this is a little girl. Like, I understand he's frustrated, right? Like, because he's talking to me like, I should be doing more important things, not hanging out with you. It's like, all right, you gotta remember that she's clearly like under the age of 10. You can't be talking to her like this. But and Carlos had got away from him, and he's gonna live to regret it.
Oh, yes. Well, we see Carlos in his bed thinking about all the things he said or done.
He's always in his bed thinking.
Yeah, that time where Andros left and he was just in the room in his bed.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. Ashley walks into Carlos's room and they start to chat. Ashley has some information about Sylvie. So Carlos and Ashley went to her doctor, and the doctor said Sylvie's brother was very sick once, and once they moved to Angel Grove, Ashley said she doesn't have any friends. The doctor said the brother died months ago. The doctor showed a picture of Sylvie and her brother, and he said they wanted to be astronauts and go to the moon and get some moon rocks. Carlos ran away and gave the pager to Ashley. Carlos must have feel a lot of guilt here.
A lot of guilt. Like, he yelled at her. And I mean, it's Power Rangers. It's people can think a certain way about this show and what they can do, but yeah, it's not every episode they talk about a child death.
No.
So they really wanted to make this impactful in a pretty meaningful way, and it's kind of wild.
They even straight up said died. Like, that's not us like reading between the lines.
Yeah,
like the doctor literally said that her brother died like a month ago.
Yeah.
The recurring word for the Power Rangers is destroyed, which means like killed or kill.
Right.
But the doctor said he died. So you should have said destroyed. Made it a little bit easier.
Cancer destroyed him completely.
I think that would make it more confusing. But it's certainly a lot to take. I'm sorry, my brother was destroyed.
Oh, there we go. Well, we see Sylvie at the cemetery talking to her brother. Dude, this is getting sad.
Yeah.
That freaking monster is here. Showed up at the cemetery. Ashley gets a page from Sylvie. Sylvie runs away, but the monster is about to attack her. But the Power Rangers are here. The Power Rangers uses the Quadro Blaster, but Astronomer blasts the Saddle Lasers. It's time for Mega Voyager versus that lizard dinosaur cyborg.
This lizard, and I just now remember this when we talk about this. So this lizard was voiced by Richard Horvitz, who was like the voice of like Invader Zim and everything. He's also the voice of Alpha 5, like original Alpha from Mighty Morphin. So it was honestly very distracting watching this episode because it's just his voice, but like angry. So like, once you hear it, it's like, oh, that's Alpha 5. It's a little strange, and like I don't know why they got him to voice this like one-off monster. Like I said, he was Alpha. Like he used to be a pretty big character, and here he's just in a one-off. So I don't know what the story is behind that, but that was a little, like I said, distracting during the episode.
Maybe there's some drama behind the scenes that we don't know about.
I'll only come back for one monster.
We see the Power Rangers use the Mega Winger to attack the monster, and boom, they won. Astronomer asks Ecliptor where's the Psycho Rangers, and Ecliptor explained that they went somewhere to cause a little trouble. Elgar whispers, those little troublemakers. I forgot Elgar exists.
He's got to die at some point.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the end of the show.
What's his purpose right now? Like, Cliptor is there to cover the site stuff. What is he there for? A mascot?
Spot filler, I guess. I don't know. Like we talked about it, but at the very beginning of the show, like I don't know why he's stuck around after Turbo, and now he's just like, it's just like every now and then they remind us that he exists. I don't get it.
It's not good. Not good for my soul. Sylvie looked up at the Mega Voyager and said, "Thank you." But the red Psycho Ranger is grabbed Sylvie and then he let her go. All the red Psycho Ranger wants is the Power Rangers. Psycho Red is holding Psycho Red Ranger is holding down the Power Rangers. He pinned down Andros and was about to destroy him, but the Black Psycho Ranger kicked out the Red Psycho Ranger, and he said, "Oh, you want the glory to yourself, huh?" So there's some arguments between these Psycho Rangers.
Yeah, that's going to be part of their ultimate downfall is that the Psycho Rangers do not work well with each other. And I don't really know what the case of that is why. Like, spoiler alert, we don't find a whole lot about the Psycho Rangers' origin and who they are and what they're about and if even they're people at a point. So it's like, yeah, they just don't like each other. And they're bad team members because they're evil, right?
They're evil. But yeah, both Black and Red Psychos fought against each other and dipped back to Astronomer's ship. Astronomer's like, "Why are you guys fighting each other? Not the Power Rangers. Are you guys dumb?" And that's it. They're just arguing with each other. Back to Carlos and Sylvie. Sylvie apologizes, and Carlos gave Sylvie a moon rock. Very nice of him.
It's a very shiny moon rock.
Very.
Moon rocks don't look like that.
They don't?
No.
What does it look like?
Like gray things with like holes in them.
Oh. Like an asteroid?
Yeah. But little.
Damn.
That's good. They can't take a big moon rock home. Be too heavy.
Yeah, that'd be too heavy. Well, Carlos took Sylvie to the moon. Sylvie wants to be a Power Ranger now. And that's it. That's the end of the episode there. I have two interesting facts for you guys. This Power Ranger episode wasn't included on the VHS tapes, despite being aired during the Psycho Rangers arc.
I wonder why that is. Too much of a touchy subject, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. Also, another interesting fact, this episode indicates that in the Power Rangers universe, space has a breathable atmosphere as Sylvie is seen riding Carlos's glider without any form of protection. However,
that's true.
Yeah, however, it is possible that the glider has a protective shield around the board, which allows a breathable atmosphere.
I'm gonna take it that you could just breathe in space in this universe.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, then what's the point of the helmets?
Well, that's just because they're Power Rangers.
True.
Because like the Ninja Turtles were in space too, and I know they were also on the boards, but like, yeah, I think space is just breathable.
True. Well, I want to be there. Well, actually, it's gonna be kind of scary. Oh, okay. I think Ray sent us a picture of a moon rock.
It's like
cream. Divots in it.
Yeah, is there like a phobia with like holes in there? Is there a phobia?
Tryptophobia?
Yeah, I'm gonna have that.
I think hide it. Don't show it anymore.
No, it's okay. I'll try to fight it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's cool, Rock. I kind of want that actually. Well, that's the end of the episode. There, episode 33, a rift in the Rangers. The episode starts off with Ashley and Cassie yelling at each other about cleaning up the dinner table and other things. Cassie is trying to clean or mop the floors while Ashley is not cleaning up after herself. Cassie claims she always been cleaning up everyone's mess, while Ashley claims Cassie doesn't like her duties. Which side are you guys on? I'm on Cassie's.
Cassie.
Cassie.
Ashley is literally like wiping crumbs and stuff onto the floor that was just mopped, and like listen, I don't care whose job it is to clean up. Take your trash that you just finished eating over to a trash can. It's not that hard.
Exactly.
Like you're not. It's not like you have to do the whole dishes or whatever, or sweep up everything. Like that should be simple. Yeah, this episode we're all on the same side. We agree with Cassie.
I mean, what is Ashley's point?
I don't know.
She's like, you don't like your duties. You got to do it. I'm like,
Apparently they like trade chores, and apparently I guess at one point someone's chore is to clean the entire ship and not just like doing oh god, we're not going to address what just went into the chat just now. Like
I'm not. Go ahead.
like the whole ship, it's not just like, oh, you do the dishes. It's like, no, you have to sweep and clean and do the laundry. It's like these chores need to be kind of split up a little bit because that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, Cassie's doing too much. I feel for her. Well, back to Astronema's ship. Dark Spectre FaceTime Astronema and said, "Find the traitor who's been draining my powers. Thanks." Astronema's plan is to Astronema's plan is working, by the way. And Dark Spectre does not know that she is the traitor.
Get ready for this conversation a lot because they're gonna have this back and forth
Oh yeah,
a lot for the next several episodes.
jeez. By the way, I think we did mention about Astronema, but she looks a lot more paler than before.
Yeah, she's way more pale.
She's not eating anymore. Ecliptor can't make her snacks now that he's also ultra evil.
Oh,
Good point.
That makes sense. How's she surviving?
Still calls her princess.
The cybernetics. That's how she's surviving.
There we go. The yellow Psycho Ranger walked in and said, "Yo, guys, I have a plan to get the Power Rangers." Astronema is like, "Don't worry, I have a plan. So shut up and get out of my face." Damn. We see the pink Psycho Ranger doing some archery training. Move over, green arrow. Here comes the pink arrow.
She's just like doing it out in like public too. It's not even like she's
She's
in,
not
like,
hiding it.
the spaceship or anything. She's like out in Japan doing that in front of people.
Is she like next to a train? Like a train entrance? I don't know where she's at.
This thing's on stairs, yeah, somewhere. Like that's what I mean. It's like out somewhere that people can see her just shooting these things.
Well, I wouldn't go near to her. She has some bow and arrows. The yellow Psycho Ranger walks in and explained her plan to the pink Psycho. The plan is to attack the Power Rangers together and steal the powers before Astronema knows, since Astronema wants all the glory to herself. Back to the megaship, Cassie's still cleaning the whole Deca megaship. TJ dragged Ashley in and wants Cassie and Ashley to stop the drama because he's done with it.
He sits them both down and says, "You're not getting up until you work this out." He's commanding the ship.
Yeah, I mean, he was a Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Deca said, Psycho Pink Ranger is at Angel Grove. The Power Rangers met with the Pink Ranger, Pink Psycho Ranger, and the Quantrons. They started fighting. At one point, the Pink Psycho Ranger blasted TJ and Ashley. Cassie says she wants me. Ashley and TJ said, no, we should work together. But they got their asses beat again. The Pink Psycho Ranger spots an old lady walking down the steps. She zapped her. God damn, she zapped her. First of all, I looked really close to that grandma's face, and she looks scary.
Yeah, it's just definitely a woman in old lady makeup. Yeah. Strange.
Ashley tries to help the lady, but it turns out the old lady was this yellow Psycho Ranger. She handcuffed Ashley and dragged her to the underground. I don't know how she did that, but I hope she doesn't do that to us.
No, thank you.
The Pink Psycho Ranger wants to kidnap Cassie as well, but she couldn't, so she dipped as well. Cassie feels guilty that she said all those horrible things to Ashley. That now that she's gone, she's feeling all the guilt. The Pink Psycho Ranger took Ashley to their prison and tries to get her powers, but the Pink Psycho Ranger arrived. Now they start to argue about the plan. At one point, oh, this is my favorite part. At one point, the Pink Psycho Ranger said, "You double cross your own mother. That is, if you have one." Oh,
Once again, where do these people come from? Are these like people from a different planet? Are they from Earth? Like, what is going on?
I don't know. Um, the Pink Psycho Ranger grabs Ashley and threatens her to take her to Astronema. The Yellow Psycho blasted the Pink Psycho, and her energy shield has been compromised. Uh-oh. Ashley escaped. Back to the mecha ship. Cassie seems disappointed with herself that she is fighting. She was fighting Ashley over cleaning. TJ said, "We need your help to find her." Back to Ashley. She is still handcuffed and still trying to escape. The Yellow Psycho Ranger spots Ashley and tries to get her powers, but the Pink Ranger interrupted that. The Pink and the Yellow Psycho had enough with each other and start to fight. While they start fighting, Ashley tries to escape, but the Pink Psycho Ranger just blew up the whole area. Is Ashley dead?
I mean, it looked like it, but nah, she's fine.
No. Yep, she's managed to survive. The Pink Psycho Ranger found Ashley and shoved her to another setting. As the Pink Psycho Ranger runs after Ashley, look up who's in the sky. Cassie. Cassie's here and she rescues Ashley. Woohoo! The rest of the Power Rangers showed up. Ashley has a plan to beat the Pink Psycho. Cassie aimed at the Pink Psycho's eye where the energy shield is and blasted with her battle blade, I think she used. And the Pink Psycho Ranger exploded, I think.
That's a hell of a plan. Just shoot her in the face. Like, all right,
it's easy. All of a sudden, she becomes a giant psycho monster. Thoughts on this monster?
We'll get into more later on because obviously now we know the psychos can turn into monsters. I don't know what the theme is here. Like, she's just kind of squiggly wiggly. I don't really know.
Yeah.
What did she look like to you? Because I couldn't really tell.
It's just like I want to say a swamp monster.
Okay. Because I mean, once again, spoiler alert: the next guy we see is like ice themed, and you're like, okay, ice, got it. But for here, I couldn't really tell what was going on, so it's a weird one.
Yeah. Well, she looks crazy. It's time. It's time for the Mega Voyager versus this giant Pink Psycho. Zane came by with his Mega Winger. Now we have a handicap match. Zane used the Wing Blaster, but it worked against him. Zane has a plan to distract her, and they used the Mega V3 missile, and it worked.
It took a bit though. He was like, "All right, guys, do it," and then they're like, "Oh no, the power's not working." And it's like, we gotta try harder.
It took a while. Well, both Megazords posed in style. I like that. Back to Astronema ship. Astronema said, "If you guys did what the Pink Psycho Ranger did, then you guys are dead as well." Back to the mega ship. It looked like Cassie and Ashley are still arguing over cleaning, and TJ and the rest of the guys said, "We'll do the cleaning. Don't worry about it." Ashley and Cassie walked away and smiled. Their plan worked. Girl power, let's go.
It's a little fucked up. They didn't have to trick their friends like that.
Yeah, shouldn't at all. But
now
it worked.
Get into a different fight,
True. What would you do, Ray?
I don't know. Like, not that.
Wait, in which scenario? Which one? Like
would you
was tricked, or would she trick?
Yeah, would you trick your fellow guys?
No. This like you're all assumedly adults, possibly graduated from high school, possibly dropped out. Just talk.
Yeah. Communication is key. That's what everyone says. Well, I do have an interesting fact for this episode. Zane does not appear unmorphed, while Psycho's black and blue don't have any lines in this episode.
All right.
Here we go. All right, let's get into episode 34. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Episode 34, Five of a Kind.
I like this episode.
I do too. The episode starts off with Dark Spectre and Strama talking in person for the first time. Dark Spectre is telling Strama just to destroy the Power Rangers when you see them, please.
Help! I'm dying. Please.
Yes. Strama's like, bet. Back to the megaship. The Power Rangers are trying to figure out how to destroy these psychos. TJ said, the psychos wants to fight us with our respective colors since they know our movesets. But what if we change it up, mix up the colors? The psychos are at the plaza, and it's time to go. The Power Rangers and the psychos starts to circle around with each other. It's like a standoff, a Mexican standoff. Circling
Yeah,
around.
we get this big wide shot, and then like the title of the episode comes up, and it was honestly kind of like cool. Like,
Yeah.
The way it was formatted was like really interesting. It felt really important for some reason.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's like, what's their third fight now? So
Yeah.
get into it, man. Well, Andros is fighting with Psycho Yellow. Carlos is fighting with Psycho Blue. Ashley and Cassie are fighting Psycho Red since Pink is dead. Zane shows up and it looks like TJ's plan is not working because they were fighting their own colors. TJ got sliced by the blue Psycho. Uh-oh. Not good for TJ.
TJ gets like brutally hurt a lot in the show. Remember
Yeah.
when he got like smacked in the head? He forgot everything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he takes the brunt of it. But yeah, the plan didn't work because they can fight other people all they want. All it takes is for them to just immediately go back to whoever they were fighting, like originally who they want to. So it's yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, not a good plan. Back to Astronema ship. Dark Spectre FaceTime Astronema and said, "Bro, my powers are being drained right now, man. Help me,
Please
dog.
help me.
Help!" Astronema ordered Ecliptor to stop the psychos. All of a sudden, the psychos disappeared from the fight. TJ again is not looking so well. There's smoke coming off his body. Not good. Back to the megaship. TJ woke up from a nightmare. TJ said his plan did not work whatsoever, and he needs some rest. Back to Astronomer ship. The psychos are showing their frustrations to each other, and that Astronomer are holding their full potential as Ecliptor eavesdrop. Ecliptor told Astronomer, like, dude, they're gonna just go after Power Rangers without your approval. And Astronomer is like, that's good. It will drain more power from Dark Spectre. So everything is according to Jim for Astronomer for right here.
I don't think anyone's thought about that show in 20 years.
Come on, Jim Blueshy, he's a good guy.
The little boy that Santa Claus forgot.
Yes. Oh, if you guys go to my Jingle All the Way episode, holiday special on this podcast, you will hear me singing that song.
That song that you shouldn't listen to in the movie because don't bother watching the director's cut.
All right. I like the director's cut, but I understand you. I understand.
All right.
Yeah, so Astronomer said, yeah, it's all good. It will drain more power from a Dark Spectre. Cassie, this is my not favorite part, but a part I was thinking about this a lot, and I was like, okay, this makes sense. Cassie came by to TJ's room with some food and flowers, but TJ is not in the room. This is like when Alfred comes into Bruce Wayne's room with food and he's not there.
Yeah. It's TJ's busy working. He hasn't got time for resting.
Well, shout out to Michael Caine. I feel bad for him. He made all that food and he didn't eat it.
Batman Begins.
Never begins. Good movie. Cassie sees TJ looking at the tape of them fighting the psychos. As they watch the tape color goes to black and white. TJ got an idea. So he went to the main control place where all the rangers are at. He spray paints the Power Rangers action figures to all blue in front of everyone, and this is the plan. Everyone will be blue, the Blue Ranger, when they fight the Psychos. That's a good plan.
Yeah, you can't go back to fighting whatever color you want if everyone's the same color. Like, it makes sense.
Makes sense. TJ, that's why he was a former Red Ranger.
Oh yeah, full leader mode in these last few episodes here.
I love it. TJ meets up with the Psychos, and the Power Rangers shows up as well in all blue. I'm blue, bada bee da da. I think that came around that time.
Uh,
A little bit after, I think.
I think so. Yeah. No, I think it's like 1999, 19 something around there. Yeah. So they're all blue. And they all fight each other. In the middle of the fight, someone was dropping bombs to the Power Rangers, and I wonder who could that be?
who knows?
Anybody.
Yeah, honestly,
Who
yeah,
is it?
honestly, it could be anybody. Well, it's it's the Silver Sako Ranger.
Hey, where?
What?
Like, first of all, his entrance, just like Ecliptor when he debuted, amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, if you see this happening, you're like, well, I guess it makes sense that there'd be a Silver Psycho, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a Silver Ranger. Why not?
Exactly. Well, the Silver Psycho is beating the crap out of the Rangers. The other Psycho Rangers are a little jealous of the Silver one. As the Blue Psycho was fixated on the Silver Ranger, one of the Blue Power Rangers jumped on him and broke his energy shield. It turns out to be Zane. Zane was pretending to be the Psycho Silver Ranger.
Did he come up with this plan by himself?
I want to think so. The Power Ranger destroyed the Blue Psycho. Guys, it's time to fire the Cyber Lasers. It's time for the Blue Psycho Ranger or Mr. Freeze versus Mega Voyager. We have a handicap match again. The Blue Mr. Freeze, I'll call him, throws the Mega Voyager. Or he's like Sub-Zero too, right? From Mortal Kombat.
Any Ice Team character works here. He's got big
Yeah.
ice powers, and they work. To be
Elsa.
fair. Elsa monster.
Oh yes, he is the Elsa. Well, what's her sister?
Anna?
She doesn't have ice powers.
What's she have?
Nothing. She
Boring,
normal.
nothing.
Dang, she's boring. Well, Elsa. Elsa's first fighting the Power Rangers. That's crazy. Don't worry, the Mega Voyager can heat up. The Mega Voyager lasered the Blue Psycho Elsa, and used the wings and missiled his ass, and they won.
Have you been enjoying these Psycho fights? Because they're a bit longer than your average monster fight, I feel.
I mean, anything is better than 5 seconds, so I'm enjoying everything.
Fair enough.
The Zords posed again, my favorite part. Back to the Starman ship, Ecliptor was stating facts that there are only 3 Psycho Rangers. Starman doesn't seem too worried. The 3 Psycho Rangers came by and was like, yo, we are dying, y'all. What the hell? Starman was like, don't worry, I have a plan for you guys. She told the plan, but it cuts to the megaship, so we don't know the plan.
Yeah, she just went.
Yeah. I mean, at least tell the audience, or at least tell the kids who's watching the show, because they don't know what's going on. They saw a blue monster, or Elsa. Andros checks on the Rangers to see everything's okay with those Zords and the megaship. He helps TJ. Andros told TJ. He helps TJ. Andros told TJ. He says, "I still have hope for my sister being good." These 3 psychos might be tough, and that's the end of the episode. Good episode here. I do like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it because they're actually actively doing stuff, and then they learn from their mistakes, and then the actions of this episode lead into the next episode. Like it sort of it makes them like do things because of it. So that's really cool too. So yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Good episode here. I do have two interesting facts again. So five of a kind was released on Power Rangers in Space on VHS. The scene where we just went through, Andrews was talking to TJ about Astronomer's decision to send the Psycho Rangers from them was omitted from the video. So that scene is not in the VHS.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird. The other interesting fact is this marks the final appearance of the winged Mega Voyager.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
That's it. Any memories from this winged Zord?
All the times that he would fight and do all these things, and yeah,
It's pretty cool. All right, guys. We're down to our last episode for this episode. Episode 35. Silence is golden. The episode starts off with the Power Rangers gearing up. At the moment, it's pretty calm. Andrew says, "I have a feeling it's the calm before the storm. Not a storm from X-Men, but a normal storm."
yeah, he's kind of freaked out.
Yeah. What did Halle Berry said? She said to that toad, said, "You know what happens to lightning? Everything else." Something like that.
You know what happens to lightning?
Everything else. That's a good one. I won't even correct that. We're just gonna move on.
Let's move on. We see Cassie walking around the plaza or the mall, sneezed. Oh man, she has allergies. She should call the owl from the episode 31, Sizel.
Zysol.
Sizel. Is that how you say it? Sizel?
Zysol, yeah.
Sizel. I should take it too. Back to Astronomer's ship. The Psycho Rangers are looking at the tape of the Power Rangers and just trying to figure out a plan. Astronomer said, "Nah, I want them here. You have the advantage because if they speak, the Psycho Rangers could hear them. They can't morph with you Psychos knowing." Eclipser is like, maybe just like, destroyed the Rangers as we planned, maybe that's the same plan from episode 1. Astronomer's like, "Nah, Dark Spectre grows weaker every fight."
It's the same plan. I mean, it's her plan. It's
Yeah.
working, I guess.
It is, but it's exhausting every episode.
It's the same thing every episode. The Dark Spectre keeps going, "Please help me for the love
Yeah.
of God," and she's like, "Everything's going according to plan." So yeah, it's same thing.
Do we feel bad for Dark Spectre at this moment?
No.
No.
Yeah, I agree. The Psycho Rangers arrive to Angel Grove, but they power down. Thoughts on these Psycho Rangers powering down? How they these human form Psycho Rangers?
Well, it gives the actors an excuse to go to conventions because they can
Sure.
say that they were the Psycho Rangers here, so that's good. I'm sure they voiced them too. It is kind of interesting because, like, I feel like the yellow looks like an evil Ashley,
Yeah,
but then the other two don't look anything like them. So I guess it's just a coincidence.
I mean they're wearing that black leather. It's like maybe they come from the Matrix.
Right. Yeah, I mean this is a time where black leather it indicate you're evil. It is not meant to be cool because there are later Power Ranger seasons where our Rangers wear these exact outfits. So that's kind of funny in retrospect.
Absolutely. Well, we see Ashley in a phone booth talking to someone. The psychos hear Ashley. They spot Ashley, and the yellow Psycho Ranger opens up the door and was about to punch Ashley, but that wasn't Ashley. It was some lady in yellow.
It's the same thing happening again as the episode with the calculator.
Yeah, with Zane, the fake Zane, and then now the fake Ashley. Oh my goodness. Ashley sees the Psycho Rangers and dips. Back to the mega ship, the guys are working on the gadgets. Ashley runs by and told the guys what's happening at the plaza. Andros has an idea since the Psycho Rangers recognize their Power Ranger voice, or their voices. back to Cassie, excuse me. She got a message through her pager from Andros. I guess, and it reads, "Do not speak." Cassie walks by the Psycho Rangers without knowing that it was them, and vice versa. They just walk by to each other. Cassie calls the Power Rangers through the phone booth, and Andros told her not to speak, and the Psychos have taken human form. They are looking for you, Cassie. Cassie leaves. She forgot her bags, which is tragic. Never mind, because the Black Psycho Ranger in human form gave her bags to Cassie. Cassie bumps into Pee Wee Herman, and Pee Wee Herman
Okay.
said, "I think you owe me an apology." I'm like, shut up, man.
This is a point where you would just like point at your throat and like shake your head to be like, I can't speak or one thing or another. Because yeah, she keeps getting in these situations where it's like, hey, let these people know that you can't say anything.
Well, it's okay because Cassie gave the old man flowers and he was happy.
Yeah.
Back to the megaship. They're trying to find Cassie. Ashley is like, she's at the mall. Cassie sees a baby stroller going down the stairs, and Cassie screams, "Look out!"
She gives the biggest, like almost like blood curdling scream to the point where like it's not even just that like, oh, we recognize her voice. Like if someone said that, you would turn around and be like, what was that? What's going on?
Exactly. I mean, everyone was looking. All the Psycho Rangers knows where Cassie is, and they found Cassie. All of a sudden, Krusty the Clown came by, asking anybody if they want a balloon. It's not an ordinary clown. The clown looked at Cassie with his glasses down, and it's. Go ahead, Ray.
It's Zane.
It's Zane.
Why don't the psychos want to pay attention to Zane? Like, so the key here is that they didn't learn his voice, so they don't know who this is.
Yeah,
But like, why not?
I guess. I mean, that's not their
They
function.
know
I guess.
he exists. They captured him before.
Yeah, they just don't care about him anymore, and it's costing them greatly.
They don't care about Zane. We care about Zane.
But we care about Zane.
Yeah,
Everyone
Oh.
cares about Zane except for them.
yeah. So, yeah,
Such
that's
jerks.
why they're called psychos, because they don't care about Zane.
Oh, good point.
Psychos. Zane distracted the Psycho Rangers using Cassie's voice somewhere else. The Power Rangers met with Cassie, and she's all right. The Power Rangers and the Psycho Rangers met up, and it's time to fight. For the fifth time. The Power Rangers did some tag team moves and beat up the Psychos. The Psychos turned into their true form, and they look ugly.
Yeah, once again here, there's some theming. Like the Black Ranger is like a rock monster.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the red one's fire, but then the yellow one is like a bee or something. It's Waspicable all over again.
Oh, Despicable. Is it probably his sister?
Oh, okay, there you go.
If he
Oh.
lived, he could have been a psycho.
Ooh. I don't know. I think he's too good. I don't think he can be Psycho. Well, there is a movie coming out called The Wasp, and he stars in it. I think it's coming out soon. I forgot who stars in it, but check out for that movie. Oh, it has I think it's Naomi Campbell. No. Let's move on. Oh man, here we go again. 3 giant Psycho Rangers versus the Mega Voyager. Here we go again. It is now a 3-on-1 handicap match until Zane shows up with his Mega Winger. Zane used the Wing Blaster and Andros used the missile. The Psychos are still alive, and they're taking them to a vortex, some black hole, I guess. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They've got, I guess they have dimensional powers or something, right? Because like they sucked Ashley into the ground, so I guess they can do that with a big Zord.
Makes sense to me. The Power Rangers has no choice to leave the Mega Voyager since all the powers are gone. Andros was like, "I'm gonna die with the ship." Carlos did a judo chop to Andros, and he got knocked out. And they got everyone out of the Mega ship, a Mega Voyager. The Mega Voyager got stuck and got into the vortex. And Andros is very upset because that's his baby.
I mean, it's the Megazord that they all share, right? Because it's just pieces of things that come together. So I don't know why he's so protective of. Like if it was the Astro Mega ship, right? Like
Yeah.
I would understand him being attached to it because that's like where he lives. But yeah, he was really beaten up about losing this one.
I mean, it's a Zord, right? You don't want to lose a Zord.
I mean, I guess that's true. It's just he was very attached.
Yeah, it's like Mandy with her Copernicus 2000.
Okay, all right. You couldn't think of a comparison.
Not at all. Not at all. That's what I thought of. Back to Astronomer ship. Dark Spectre and Astronomer are talking, and Dark Spectre is now begging to Astronomer, please, please, destroy them. I'm about to die.
He's in so much pain.
Astronomer's like, don't worry, bye. Back to the Mega ship, the Power Rangers scanned for the Mega Voyager because it could be anywhere. It was in the vortex.
I think TJ says like it could be in another dimension, and Carlos says another galaxy. And I feel like another dimension's a bit bigger than like a separate galaxy. I think we already covered our bases here, but all right, Carlos.
I think Carlos is our resident himbo.
But he doesn't have like the charm of a himbo. I think he's just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Sorry,
He's
Carlos.
missing like make the undeniable hotness and the charm. He just has the dumb.
Ah, damn.
He yelled at a child. He's pretty dumb.
Damn. Well, shout out to Carlos. Back to Astronomer ship. Astronomer has the Mega Voyager and is hidden. The Psycho Rangers wants to know Astronomer's plan because we don't know. They don't know. Who knows? Astronomer was about to tell them, but the episode ended.
All right.
I guess we'll never know.
Well, oh, I was gonna say we'll find out next episode, but you're right. I guess we might never know what happened because they say it's like it'll be like nearly impossible for them not to find it. It's like, oh, okay, I don't know what that means, but we'll find out.
We'll find out. But that's the end of the episode. The interesting fact for this one is, we should also know here, the human forms of the Psycho Red, Black, and Yellow were all played by their voice actors. You can see them at the con.
Yeah, the specifically Red Psycho does a lot of convention appearances, and props to him. Get that bread. But yeah, I do recognize his face specifically.
Absolutely. But yeah, that is the end of this episode. We are almost done here. We're just next 2 weeks are going to be the last 2 weeks, or in a bonus episode, maybe after that week. So 3 more weeks of Power Rangers.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll have a bit of an epilogue because there's more in space adventures that we'll need to check out in some shape or form. I can think of a few episodes we'll need to watch, but we'll reach to that. But yeah, we're rapidly approaching the finale here. We're getting very, very close. So it's very exciting, I would say.
Very exciting.
The later half of this season has been really good, I would say.
I think it was, so the first 15 were good, and then there was that 16 to 21, it was like pretty much nothing was happening. And then when Zane shows up, things were popping, and now we're still rolling with it.
Yeah, the Zane showing up is like a real turning point in the series, I would say.
Yeah. But that is it for this episode. Ray, where can they find you? The Purple Ranger.
You can find me at the Ray Sketches pretty much everywhere, but don't expect me to actually be posting.
That's okay. That's okay, because we have a guest on here one time, or he's been here multiple times, where we don't know his Twitter handle or anything. His name is Skylar. Oh, I said his name. Sorry.
That's true. He like a while ago teased he was doing something. We haven't heard what that is yet, and that
No.
I'm excited to find out whatever that means.
I will say this now, since it will get more excited, that we will be doing a tier list of all the Power Ranger suits, and at some point So check out for that episode coming up.
Yeah, that'll be a big one.
Big one. And Skylar will be there, and he will tell you where you can find him. I hope.
Okay.
Anthony, what about you, man?
You can find me at Anthony Lantern on pretty much all social media platforms. You can also find me on YouTube, Anthony Reviews, where Anthony reviews, and I'm also on Letterboxd, the same username I already mentioned. I have a podcast called The Grud. We're hoping to get back to it very soon. I know I mentioned that last time.
I'm waiting.
I know. We're getting back into the swing of things, so hopefully very soon we will be back talking about all the movies I haven't seen. So there we go.
Jeez, that's like at least 20 movies. The last pod.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into it. Don't you worry, people out there.
Absolutely. Well, you can follow this podcast on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Twitter as well. I never mentioned my Twitter handle. It's also Brown Boy Wonders. And then the podcast is called, I don't know if I should say it. Oh, I'll say it. The podcast account is at BB Wonders.
Why would you not say it?
Because it's like almost BBW.
Well, you shouldn't have named it that. He didn't want it to be that.
Yeah, I should have changed it.
Maybe you'll get some different kind of fans and they'll tune in and they'll like the show. You don't know.
Oh, well, I hope
They come for one thing, but stay for something else.
There we go.
Yowzers. Well, there's only one thing to say is, then 3, 2, 1.
Let's rock it.
Perfect.
Don't forget to like, comment, and follow.